Portable projectors are a great way to take your favorite movies and shows with you on the go or find a new place to watch them at home. Depending on budget and size limitations, there are some great options for a variety of scenarios. The XGIMI Halo is kind of in the middle with an $800 price point compared to other smaller portable projectors, but with a bright 1080p image, Harman Kardon audio, and smart control via Android 9.0, it's a great addition to an outdoor adventure or to a living room. So let's dive in and take a closer look at the XGIMI Halo portable projector. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Toys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications with the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Hey everyone, I'm Jordan with 9 to 5 Toys. Today we have the XGIMI Halo portable projector. And so we're going to take a closer look at this and kind of see how it performs, what all the specs are of this awesome little portable projector. Measuring at 4.5 by 5.7 by 6.75 inches and weighing in at about 3.5 pounds, the XGIMI Halo features a sleek black and gray colorway. The mesh grille around most of the body can both cover up the speakers and allow for a little more airflow with a cooling system. On the front we have the lens and an autofocus camera. On top we have some controls like volume up and down, as well as a play-pause button. On the bottom of the projector is a threaded mount for placing the projector on a tripod or a similar stand. There's also this little kind of kickstand that can place the XGIMI Halo at a higher angle if needed. All of the ins and outs are located on the back of the projector. From left to right we have the DC power in, a 3.5mm headphone out, HDMI in, a USB port, and the power button. Spec-wise, the XGIMI Halo has some pretty great features here, packing a 1080p image at a pretty bright 800 ANSI lumens. I've spent quite a bit of time with the Anchor Nebula Capsule 2. That's something that I've used in my studios quite a bit, and I've really enjoyed that projector for its small size and clear image as well, but that has about 400 ANSI lumens, and so having double the output, double the brightness on the XGIMI Halo has been really great, and it's kind of opened up some more possibilities for where we can use this projector. In a bright room, depending on where you have the projector placed and how large the projected image is, you might see it a little washed out, but in a dim room, the XGIMI Halo looks great. Both brightness and color watching at night with a couple lamps on have just been incredible on the XGIMI Halo. We mentioned there is that autofocus camera up here on front, and so the XGIMI Halo does have autofocus built in, which for the most part has worked really well in my experience. It kind of has some sensors, so anytime you move the projector, it will try to refocus that. Occasionally it seems like it kind of kicks on and does a little bit of hunting here and there when I don't really expect it to, so it can get kind of soft, or the little autofocused overlay can pop up, but for the most part it worked really well. And I only mentioned that it would pop up and do that because compared to the Anchor Nebula Capsule 2, that autofocus is extremely quick and very unobtrusive, and it's definitely a little more noticeable on the XGIMI Halo. In addition to that autofocus, one of the coolest features I think on the XGIMI Halo is this 4-point keystone correction. One cool thing you can do is you can set it off to the side, and usually if you project it onto a flat surface in front of you from the side, the image will be kind of skewed and kind of messed up. But there is a 4-point correction in here, so you can have the projector up to 40 degrees off center and then use that 4-point correction to actually, fix the image and get it to look flat and exactly how it should on a surface, which is just a really cool feature. So that enables, a whole new world of placement. You don't have to have the projector directly in front of the surface that you're watching it on. You can set it off on, a side stand next to your couch or on even on a shelf if that works well, kind of like what we have in our living room. And so I've just been really impressed with this. Once you have everything set up and connected to Wi-Fi, the XGIMI Halo has Android 9.0, and it's been a very seamless process to watch some of our favorite shows. We found it really easy to watch the Olympics on Peacock, Curious George on PBS Kids, and catch the latest Jimmy Fallon episodes on Hulu. Netflix is a bit of another story. It's not native, but there are a couple workarounds, which XGIMI includes on a little fact sheet that they include in the box on how to get Netflix to work on here. Overall navigation with the remote and through the menus has felt very speedy. The XGIMI Halo is very responsive. It never seemed like it was taking too long to bring up a new service or navigate menus. And the included remote is really handy on here too. Looking at all the buttons on top, we have the power button, then we have a menu button, we have a Google Assistant button, so you can talk to the remote, and instead of trying to type in all the letters and search for something, you can just hit the Google Assistant button and control and search via that. Moving on down, we have the input selection button, then we have a settings button, we have the arrow keys with the OK button in the middle, and we have a back button, a home button. And then we have an up and down rocker here. And at the bottom, you can switch that between volume and focus. So you can do a little bit of manual adjustment there if you want to, which is pretty cool. So overall, my family and I have just been really enjoying using the XGIMI Halo. We recently moved and haven't really decided what we're gonna do for media in our living room. But with this projector, we can just, project the image above the mantle. We don't actually have to mount anything up there. And because of that, 4-point keystone correction, we can set it off to the side so it's not, obstructing anything by sitting in the middle of the living room. It's off on a shelf to the side, and we can, still watch our shows. We can watch the Olympics during the day and, kids shows during the day. And it's just been a really great, seamless projector to use. The XGIMI Halo also has pretty decent audio built in. They have Harman Kardon speakers. It has 2 5-watt speakers on here built in. And so that's great if you are using this, as a portable projector. You don't want to bring along another sound system or anything like that. If you are using it more for a home theater, then you'll probably want to, use some other system and supplement that a little bit. And thanks to that 3.5 millimeter out on here, it's really easy to hook up, a sound bar or connect it to a stereo or something like that. With a built-in battery, the XGIMI Halo can last up to 4 hours. Depending on what you're watching, what you're doing, you might see between, like 3 to 4 hours for battery life. And so that should be good enough to get through a movie or, a couple episodes of a show if you're watching that or something. But you can always get a, portable power station to supplement that a little bit if you want to get it to last a little bit longer. And the projector can be used while it's plugged in. There's no harm in that, although you do want to unplug it every now and then and let the battery run down a little bit and then recharge it back up just to try to preserve the life of the internal battery. So overall, just wrapping up here, thanks to the bright and sharp image, the easy Android navigation, and 4-point keystone correction, the XGIMI Halo has been one of my favorite portable projectors that I've tried so far. At $800, it is, a little bit more of an investment compared to some smaller, more affordable portable projectors, but thanks to that bright image and the ability to, place it off to the side, this can also kind of maybe replace, a standard TV as well. If that's something you're thinking about replacing at some point, this is something that might be a little bit more useful because you can use it in your home theater, but then also, take it with you or, watch a movie outside or something like that. So some really cool functionality built in the XGIMI Halo. Alright, and that'll do it for our review of the XGIMI Halo projector. Let us know what you think about it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. This is Jordan with 9to5 Toys.